All right, try this again. Nick, you're muted.
I didn't have time to put the new banner up for that one yet.
We just need to, start the show with Nick, you're muted.
We usually do.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that was quite a technical ordeal.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because there's really no reason for that.
Yeah.
There's been issues for a week now.
I don't understand that. Zach uses it every day.
And he's not having any issues?
No.
Well, this is 2 weeks in a row now that this show has had an issue. And there was a major issue on Tuesday
Yeah,
night.
Fear Fans. Yeah. Where like all the destinations that, well, maybe not all of them, but most of the destinations, they were streaming to a secondary. So like Things Network of Facebook. There was a second page of Things Network of Facebook. Like everything was in double standards. It didn't make any sense at all whatsoever. And
Uh,
when that happened, not only did it have these double destination estimates of these destinations, but more importantly, we could not get comments up. So, I mean, some destinations, if it was just the individual ones, they could. But as far as anyone else that was commenting, we weren't able to look or show the comments on screen. So it was very frustrating.
and then on top of that, when I would delete um, one of the streams off one of the pages that had the double stream, it took both of them off.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So they were just piggybacking off each other.
Yeah, they were.
I yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping this doesn't last for very long. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed off.
I think we're all going to be.
Yeah, because I got a whole year of this, and I still have I think 5 months left.
Yeah. You should have more than that, shouldn't you?
No, I got it in November, I think. Or no, no, it was December.
Okay.
So 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, it's I don't know. So, anybody else got any news on Annabelle?
Yeah, I heard a few things about it.
You know what? As far as Annabelle goes, I don't believe any of it because it seems like now people are just spreading stuff just to try to spread fear.
That's right.
Well, I'm not talking about just the fear. I'm getting comments at my job in our little Teams chat. Hey, what have you heard? Hey, what's going on? Like, huh? Apparently, I haven't heard anything, so I'm looking. And
Yeah, excuse me.
The last thing that I heard was that Annabelle was stolen in Colorado.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Hey, what's up, Braxton?
my boss. She goes, Annabelle's missing. I said, no, no, she's not. She's back home. And she said, well, this is what I said. So I'm looking. Well, people brought up some actually good points. Now, I don't know how long this has been going on. I need to look at pictures from last year, the year before, whatever. But from what I'm seeing, uh, people are noticing things like her clothes are not, they're just not aging like you would expect. Hi, honey, how are you? Um, even if you're not touching something, a cloth, any piece of cloth is going to start disintegrating by itself at this age.
Yep.
And the recent pictures, they look pretty good, pretty new. So, that's causing some skepticism, but I don't know where this came from, that she was stolen here. I didn't know she ever even was here.
Well, don't forget, I heard a rumor last week that the real Annabelle never even left wherever she's at, that it was a replica that was going out on
Yeah.
tour.
She would have never left Connecticut.
Well, that depends. Does the family member, which I'm not going to name names and because I don't know the truth, so I'm not going to put his name out there and tarnish it, but would the family member that took it over, if they don't give two shits and don't believe like the Warrens did, if they did, I mean that's a whole thing in itself as well. But if he didn't believe this and is out to get money, yeah, you'd let the dog go on tour. Or if there is a replica, I mean, I don't know.
Some people would prefer to maintain integrity over money. And,
Yep.
and I know that is a completely foreign concept amongst us,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I just saw another, and this is really sad that it's happening within networks, and it's not hard for us to believe, but it is now because of the network we have. But something happened within a network that somebody started spreading lies about
Yep.
somebody who'd been with the network for a few years. And what part they played in that network, I don't know. But I know the people's names because these are good people. At least I think they are. But apparently there's whatever rumor started going around, people started making up lies, whatever the case might be. They are now banned from locations, not the network, but these two people. And it has to do with the network. But they're banned from locations. They are banned from Paracons. And I don't understand that this should not.
So basically guilty by association.
No. This happened within the network. Like somebody got mad at them within the network and started spreading stuff, and the network owner would not put an end to it.
Oh,
So these people withdrew themselves from there until an end can be put to all this mess. We're great, Bart. How are you? But I mean, we know it happens. We know how it can happen, but I couldn't fathom that happening.
we've seen it happen. Maybe not that particular instant, but we've seen similar stuff happen within networks.
Right. But within ours, the stop would be put to it immediately.
Yes.
We wouldn't sit back and watch somebody go down unless there's an absolute reason. And even at that point, they would just leave the network and that would be the end of the story. And we don't need to put it out there. They can, hurt themselves. We're not going to do that.
Well, I mean, like when you really think about it, I mean, like
how many times you can say "I mean"?
Huh?
How many times are you going to say "I mean"?
Say what you mean, and that's
I gotta let this out because I went off on this on Marshall Wrestling, but
it's been a long day.
When somebody asks a question and the other person answered starts off with "I mean," you mean what? Bugs the shit out of me. I once saw an interview on TV. This person asked like 10 questions. every single answer started with those same damn two words.
And that's become a filler, like or well.
Hey, look, it's been a long day for me today.
It's been a long. Well, no, it hasn't been a long week because I only worked 3 days. But oh,
It's been a long week for me too. My sleep was out of whack until this morning. Finally,
get down. You're what?
my sleep. So Angelia has an appointment coming up in a couple of weeks, so she needed to get blood work done 2 weeks ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time I had to do this for her, there was a time range as to when her blood could be drawn,
Oh yeah.
and I did not realize this. Got there. It was 8 o'clock. We got there. We didn't get called in until about 9:15, and the lady told us, "Well, you had to be in here before 9 o'clock for the blood drawn." What difference does it make? It's blood. It's going to
But
be
you
the
weren't
same.
there.
Yeah, but it had to be pulled out of her before 9 o'clock.
Well,
So
then they should
go
have
back the
got
next
on it.
day. Yeah, we had to go back the next day. Oh, I was pissed. So this week I had it on my schedule to go in at 7 o'clock. Well, what I ended up doing was taking her in right at 6 o'clock when they opened because for whatever reason, I don't know why, I slept until 11 on Monday. And I thought, holy cow, I'm going to have a hard time getting to sleep. So I decided to just stay up all night. And I went and got her. We left the house at 5:30 in the morning. And I thought, okay, I'm going to stay up all day. And just did not happen. I didn't make it past 9 o'clock that morning.
Yeah, I bet not.
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's not good at all.
But it turned out she didn't have to have the same kind of blood work done as we did last time, which I was glad. It was just regular, didn't have to worry about any time frame, which would have been nice to know.
So they could have took it the first time.
But no. This week it didn't matter when.
Oh, okay.
The last time, which was 4 months ago, it had to be within a certain time because it was a more extensive blood test.
Oh,
They took like 3 or 4 vials.
okay.
This time it was just one vial. So it didn't matter what time it was, just that she had to fast. Which surprisingly they did not ask me that morning now that I think about it. But I think it should be common that if you're going to do blood work, you got to fast.
They can kiss my ass on my coffee. I'm going to have my coffee if they're going to get me out of bed to go do it.
You know, maybe coffee 20 minutes ahead of time, it won't affect it.
I'm having it before I walk out that door.
So I woke up at 3 Tuesday.
Mhm.
I thought, okay, all day,
3 a.m.
3 in the afternoon. Because I only made it till 9. I ended up waking up at 3. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna try this cycle. I made it to 5 in the morning. Went to bed. Woke up at 11 a.m. yesterday. I thought, okay, I can get it back to normal now. So I took my ZQL at 7:30 last night. Woke up at 7 a.m. this morning.
Okay, so you're back to normal hours.
Yeah.
Back to normal hours, but I need to make sure I go to bed early tonight because I need to get up early tomorrow to do some super shopping. And when I do my shopping, I always like to do it first thing in the morning before the morning crowd comes out.
There's no such
Yep.
thing as before.
I know the feeling.
There is here. There is here. When I get to Walmart at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, there's not many cars in there. so I can get in and out.
Now we have the working crew around here, and they're there at open, so
You're,
they can get their
you're
little
in a much
sandwiches.
larger city.
Yeah. Oh, so get this. I got my email today, and I've been warned, but
Oh,
Oh
that's
boy.
nasty. So I got my email today. Thank you. That
I don't know which one you want.
thank you. I got 4 salad dressings for one salad. Yeah, so I got the email that I had applied. I had submit my, I guess, application for volunteering on Fridays since I'm off at the local Humane Society. So, Zach didn't take it too serious until I got the email that said, your background check's back. Welcome to the team. And I got this text that said, no animals. We have enough. I said, of course, unless it's cute, it's a ferret, it's a bird, or it's an elephant.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
where are you going to put an elephant?
I don't know, but if we get one, I'm damn sure bringing it home.
You do know how big those things get, right?
I do. And
Yeah.
the funny part, my dad used to, he was a vet. I'm just volunteering. But my dad used to volunteer for our local zoo as a veterinarian. A lot of those animals came home. I slept with a tiger in my bed for months.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
It
Wow.
was little. It was babies.
Okay, okay.
And when it got big enough to hurt me, that was the end of the tiger. It had to go home. But, this is the background I come from. Animals, nah, they're just family. So I imagine our 4 dogs are going to turn into more. I will not go into the euthanasia room. I do not have to have anything to do with that. I've already asked them, do not tell me which ones are on the list. I don't want to know because they will come home. And I will not take them to, like, they have the Petco and all those places, PetSmart, where they put them in cages and they're up for adoption. I will not take them because that's how we got Ghost. Is he came back from one of those places because he was not adopted. So no, I will not drive him there. That's not going to be my job. I will clean the kennels. I will socialize the dogs. And they have a thing called cat cuddling, which is not what you think it is. It's actually socializing the cats so that they can be adopted. I'll do all that. I'll clean the pens. No problem cleaning shit. They have to stay clean. It's not their fault they're in a cage. I have no problem doing that. I have no problem walking them. I have no problem socializing them. I'm not taking them to. And you can also volunteer to be a foster. Our dogs ain't going to take fosters. That's not going to happen.
Especially if Zago would have said no more animals.
Yep.
Well, he can do this all he wants.
Hey Zach, I hope you're watching.
He is. Yeah, he can do that all he wants. Mm-mm. That's about like he listens to me. But no, we don't. We don't need any more. But if I do come across a ferret, which they do have ferrets and birds quite often, then yes, the ferret's coming home. If it's a nice one,
I figured.
it'll be down here with him. I have my bird upstairs. It'll be good.
You got your bird. You got your 3 big dogs and 2 little ones.
Yep. There, Pixie's on her way out.
Okay, so there's 6. Then you have your tarantula.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the
He has his. I do not.
Still, you guys have one.
Uh-huh. It don't bother nothing. It sits in a cage.
And then you have like 20 or 30 fish.
Oh yeah.
So that's about 36 different individuals then.
Just in that tank alone.
You still have that little frog, don't you?
Yep.
Okay,
He's
it's
back in this
37.
tank.
Okay.
That's 37 then.
And then I have my 2 huge piranha looking Oscars
38, 39.
and a big old eel who is now 13 inches long.
Wow, I didn't even notice he had an eel. All right, that's 40 already.
He's actually called a dojo loach, but it looks like an eel.
Oh, Loach, I've never
I remember seeing them last time being there.
I'm sorry, that's just kind of a funny name, a dojo loach.
Well, they're called weather loaches or dojo loaches. And the reason they're called weather loaches is when it starts to storm and the barometric pressure goes up, they stand straight up in the water.
Really?
Wow.
When we were at the, where were we? Anyway, I was somewhere and I got a message, the loach is dead. And I'm like, okay, get it out and flush it down the toilet. It was little at the time. And he went to go get it. That's what it was doing, was detecting a storm.
It almost sounds like it's offering itself as a lightning rod.
Yeah,
Wow.
they just stand there. His face is out of the water. I don't know.
Out of the water?
Yeah.
So it can breathe air?
I think it can for a little bit, but its gills were probably in the water. I didn't get to see. He's not with them all the time. I am.
Okay.
So I didn't get to see what it really looked like. But
Wow.
I know I can reach my hand in there and he'll come to my hand and let me pet him.
So then that thing should have been standing straight up when I came over to your house last year, because it was storming the night that I came in.
Yeah. But he was only like 2 inches at the time.
And you say he's 13 now?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably longer than what the height of that tank is.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I've got him in a huge 80-gallon tank.
Oh, the one in the living room?
Bigger. I've got him in my office in an 80-gallon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With the Oscars. So, yeah, those fish, those things are just part of the family. But, and then we have Mom and Dad's 3 fish and 2 snails in a little bitty 5-gallon tank on the main floor.
Snails?
Oh, yeah, we got snails in all the tanks.
I didn't see any snails when I was there.
We have some round snails and then assassin snails. And they're those spiral ones. And the reason those are there, thank you. The reason those are there is when you bring fish home from anywhere, you run a risk of. Hi, bud. Can you grab a knife?
Yeah,
Thank you.
invasive snails.
When you bring fish home or plants, they can have those other snails on them, and they multiply like you wouldn't believe. But those assassins, they kill them. You don't have that issue, and they're so cute. They're little.
Wow.
So yeah, we probably have around 100 pets.
I think I lost count after 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
have.
practically got your own zoo there.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Did you ever put any fish back in the little pond in the backyard?
We got rid of the pond. They actually died this summer or this last winter.
Wow.
Okay.
We tried to move them from outside to in here, and so we could redo the pond. As soon as we moved them in, that shock killed them.
Oh, jeez.
I know it's fine because holy shit, no.
Oh
There you
boy.
go, Nick.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's the tarantula. Check that out.
Why has he got his hands up like that? He is not happy with you. Get him the fuck away from me
He's saying, "Hey, baby."
before he bites you and you throw him on me. Get him the fuck away.
She is not gonna bite me. She loves me.
Oh yeah. She loved me too until I shook the box.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
there's probably a reason why she wouldn't love you after you shook the box, though.
She was supposed to be dead.
Oh, that's right.
No, nope. No, she's not handled enough for me to even put my hand in there. No.
This is a. What in the world?
What's up?
Well, I'm looking at the network page. On Facebook, and it's showing that we're live, but it's saying that we're having trouble playing this video.
Oh, that's odd.
It is.
Here, I'm gonna check myself.
I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know, but okay, no, I'm not sure. Why the hell am I not? Okay, here we go. Well, it's weird. I could see it on my side, and oh wait, it seems to be working on my side pretty well. I'm not sure why it's not on your side.
So you can actually watch the video.
Let me see.
Nick,
Yeah, what?
you can actually watch the video on the network page.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yep.
Sorry, I got distracted because the sound was running, so that's why I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't hear you at first.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, you said something about music.
Oh yeah, okay. This music thing. Okay, so when I came into the new studio, I didn't even press anything. This actually was coming from the background music feature. Like here, I'm just gonna play. This is what I heard. You guys hear it?
Yeah, I hear that, but
That
Yeah.
might be the beginning because Zach entered. It might be the beginning of his podcast. It sounds like one of our songs.
Yeah, it was. I come into the studio and that was already playing, and I thought maybe Jeremy, you may have done something with the studio, so that's why I was asking.
Maybe a brand new one.
Well, either I just thought to myself that's
Play
why I
that
asked.
again.
Like,
Play
what
that
the-
again.
Yeah,
So
hold
Zach
on.
can hear it and see if it's there in song.
Okay, Carl is in from.
No, okay, never mind. That's not the song.
Yeah, it was playing as soon as I got in. I thought maybe Jeremy or somebody did something with the studio, and
well, I
that's
was doing
that-
that. I was screwing around with you.
yeah. I mean, that's why I was asking what the music
Did you play
was
that
until I realized.
Oh, Zach did it. Zach played that song.
So
yeah, that's why I was confused. I thought maybe Jeremy have so, and then I realized where it was. I couldn't figure out exactly where the source was, but then I realized it was coming from the music source.
all right,
No,
so
Carl, it's
is
doing all kinds of shit.
from YouTube. He's asking if we're having problems on Facebook. From my end, I'm seeing a problem on Facebook, but Nick says he sees the video
I do too.
Yeah,
too. So it's on my end.
it must
So-
be the connection or something.
Okay, Carl just said he can't watch it on Facebook.
That's really strange.
What the heck is it doing?
I have no idea.
Go lay down. You're not getting it. Go.
Okay, let's see here. Was anybody else on today? No. Um,
On my end, can't see on Facebook, Carl said.
And Carl would have all the access we do.
Yeah, he would. He definitely would.
he does. Okay, I'm switching over to the network page itself.
Did it maybe start the stream when it wouldn't load?
No, it was awesome. We were getting comments from Facebook.
Right, but did it maybe start? Is it like the old stream where we shut it down?
No, well, it wouldn't let us go live. That's why I had to create the new studio.
I wonder if it did though.
It would have shown up on here, but it's not.
Oh, Carl said he was live and couldn't see it on Facebook.
For your show on Tuesday, Carl?
Okay, so I'm seeing Global Consciousness, Simply Spooky, and then ours 30 minutes ago. And if I click on it, yep, it says was live. Like it shut it down.
Now, wait a minute. Michael, he's on Facebook. He's seeing us on Facebook.
On our
Go ahead,
page,
Michael.
it says was live. And well, it says live. And then when you click it to actually watch, it says was live.
Jeez.
Oh, his laser show tonight. Yeah, it's not showing up.
Oh, really? Wow. So he's having problems too. Okay.
Okay, well then, no offense, Carl. I'm actually kind of glad that the problem is not just on our page.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening on his page too. And I know he's doing his show with Joe. Not Joe of Things in Wisconsin, the other Joe.
And Carl is still on StreamYard, so it can't be an Evie Mux thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Michael.
How you doing, Michael?
Well, I don't know what it's doing, but
Yeah.
stop.
I see where Carl was live 36 minutes ago.
He was
Now,
also.
Tom said he said he was in a chat room at first that didn't start also. It's Facebook issue. That's what Carl's saying.
Okay.
Why am I not surprised?
Do you ever think sometimes maybe this should have been the week that we took off?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, really. Trust me, I know the frustration.
Oh man.
It's, I don't know. All of Facebook is a little crazy right now.
Yeah, it really is.
True.
It really is.
It's also been showing people, like you might know, people that have been deceased. So, I don't know. A lot of people are talking about that.
Tom says he's
I have not come across one of those yet.
You know,
Patreon, okay.
Tom said he's a Patreon member. I don't think we have Patreon, do we?
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
We do? Okay.
I thought we did.
Not things.
No, I was going to say, I don't think we have, I don't remember us ever setting up something for Patreon.
No. I would have brought that up to all of our staff members before doing something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have not started anything like that.
Okay, so in that case,
So with that, I did create something new this week.
Uh-oh.
You know about it.
Those words still scare me.
Especially since I don't know how to slow down. But I think this one here is actually something that's needed.
It is.
Um, so things now has a parent company um, that's going to be overlooking all things. So it's called Things Holdings, and it will be the true leadership over everything. So the things teams, all of them, the network, the paranormal giving tree, um, and I'm also throwing Universal Wrestling Network in there as well. Of course, all of our podcasts, although they're sort of independent, even though all of our podcasts are basically hosted by us.
Yeah.
Um, creating a true leadership team that's going to basically be the overseer of everything. But what I am not putting under the Thieves Holding leadership will be those that have been created by Things members as a completely separate entity. So, like for example, Carl, Bill of Rights, will not be under Things Holding leadership
Yeah.
because that is his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same to do with Back Channel, Community Pay It Forward. That is Zach's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and so forth.
And same with that would also be the same too, like with N&W Multiverse Network, mine and Lois's channel.
So with that, what Things Holden will do is be like an endorser slash sponsor of those things.
The
So
same thing it is now. Same thing that
yeah,
things is.
so it'll basically be sort of under the umbrella, but not like
Yeah.
truly under the umbrella,
Yeah, not truly.
unless they decide to do that. Then that's fine. Only if it's their decision.
Mm-hmm.
But I am in no way going to even talk to them about doing something like that. I want them to be able to still have total control of what they want to do with what they created.
Mm-hmm.
So things that things created will be under Things Holdings. Hope that makes sense.
Right, right.
We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get it all figured out.
We're doing good, Michael. He was asking how we were all doing.
Great. It's another day in paradise, and it's my Friday.
Another Day in Paradise. Isn't that a Phil Collins song?
What
I
is
thought
your
so
favorite
too.
paranormal encounter? Are you talking about the show?
I don't know.
Maybe the encounter that we just had with the beginning of this show.
Yeah, the technical encounter. Well, Braxton's still there. I was wondering if he was still watching.
My food truck goes in for inspection next week and open it up. What kind of food, Carl? I hadn't heard about this.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. He has a
We'd
food-
actually been talking about food truck for the Para-Unity convention that we just nailed down a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Now, Linda is talking about getting a drink vendor.
What kind of drink?
What would she call it? Lemonade shade or
Oh, never mind.
what?
I was thinking real drink. What are y'all talking about?
Oh no, we don't do that for Para-Unity. Not when there's a lot of kids involved.
Yeah, because that's more of a family event.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh wait,
The
no.
parents need that to deal with the kids.
Well, I know one person who would definitely be needing a lot of those drinks. That would undoubtedly be Pickle Top.
Your mom and dad?
Okay,
No, Pickle
so
Top.
lemon shake stand is what
Okay.
she called it. A lemon shake stand. I've never heard of one.
Smash. Oh, I love smash
Oh.
burgers.
Oh, that's like good stuff there, Carl.
Brisket, my God, that is so expensive. I don't know what it's like
Oh.
over there, but holy shit.
I wonder if that's like an offshoot of the restaurant that he had one time, a couple years
I
ago.
didn't know he had a restaurant. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
I
he
take
did.
that back. Actually, I do remember he had
I
like a
didn't
restaurant.
either.
Yeah, I think he's sold it.
Yeah, it was like it's like a if I'm thinking correctly, kind of like a country kind of like themed restaurant or something like
Yeah.
that. Or yeah.
Steak and Shake burgers, number 5.
I love me some steak and shake.
I have never had one.
Oh, it's see my favorite. I always love getting all the time is their garlic burgers they have. I don't know what it is, but the garlic tastes really
That's
good
not
with
Oh,
bad
it.
at all.
Steak and
what-
shake is really good. I love it.
He says sandwich and fries $10. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, especially when you get them together. That's the thing too. I remember when I was in Mansfield, they had some food trucks there. So therefore, because there were food trucks, it was not necessary to go out somewhere to grab something to eat. But man, some of the prices they had for some of those things were insane. I mean, like I understand $10 for like a sandwich and fries, but it was literally like $10 just for an individual cheeseburger. $10 for it, which I kind of thought that was a little bit of a ripoff.
Well, okay, but think about it. A lot of the times when people go to locations, they're locked in there.
Yeah, it's true.
So they've had to already prep the food for however many people they were told were
Yeah,
going to be there. And, they have to, I mean, like his prices are pretty cheap, but a brisket, have you priced a brisket? Holy shit.
There are some places that have one bottle of water, $10.
yeah. I think they
Yeah,
had
the baseball game.
They had that with one of the food trucks.
Of course. Yeah,
40-foot school bus converted, Carl
That's
said.
pretty cool.
Yeah. I will say there was one thing that they had. I know it's not healthy to eat, but this is a rare opportunity because I don't really get to have this. I don't really get to eat this anywhere else. Is, like when you have your food trucks, like with all your burgers and stuff. Of course, you also got your dessert food trucks too.
Yeah, stay away.
Normally, I love getting funnel cakes,
Mm-hmm.
but I ended up getting something else. I always like to get their fried Oreos, which you never had them before. They're actually really good. Like they actually fry them
like Oreo cookies.
Oreo cookies. Yeah,
I don't like them before they're fried.
no, they're actually really. The only problem is obviously because they're fresh off the greaser. Of course, they're extremely hot, but man, they cool off. They're great, but. And by the way, since then I've been exercising again. After
Here's
all
an
that,
idea. Stick them in the microwave. They get hot without the grease.
I just finished this off today, but they're really good. I thought.
Although we've been
Oreos.
selling those at our grocery store.
Yeah,
I hadn't even seen them.
I noticed this for the first time a week ago, so I got me a couple of them, and I thought they were really good. But
I saw them about a week or so ago too, like when they first started selling them. So I haven't tried them yet though.
I love chocolate covered pretzels to begin with.
Me too. My favorite ones I like getting. I know for some reason they're a little bit expensive, but not terribly. My favorite chocolate pretzels I like to get are the ones from Jewel.
Ones with what?
My favorite ones I like to get are the ones from Jewel because I don't know what it is. They taste really good. I mean, I'm more of a milk
I
chocolate
don't
fan
even
than
know
a
what you said.
Jewel.
Jewel. That's what I said. I think because Adrian had to clear her throat, so that's probably why you didn't hear me at first. So
I did
yeah,
not.
I like.
You
I
got
thought
a
you-
ghost over there? Or what the hell? Because
Oh,
no, I
thought
did
you,
not.
I thought you coughed or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just established that Nick needs a hearing test.
Or get rid of whatever spirit's behind him making noise. Because no,
I blame it on the hole in the wall above him that he still has not put something there to get.
Hey, I have the last few months with different decorations. This is
You don't
just
have
that
to-
time.
Just put something random up there.
I don't know what to put up there.
it's springtime. A flower.
I don't have a flower.
You go get one.
You have everything else.
Well, I mean, I am going to be decorating again in a couple weeks because we're almost into June, just a few weeks before 4th of July. So I'll be decorating.
Juneteenth? Oh,
Well, I actually, believe it or not,
A real holiday.
what's that?
That is not a real holiday.
it is now.
Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember it ever being a real holiday either.
It
Oh,
is
they made
now.
it a federal holiday.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand because we already have Martin Luther King Day.
Mm-hmm.
We just had Memorial Day.
But
Mhm.
no, I'm talking about in regards to Juneteenth.
Oh, yeah.
Juneteenth has nothing to do with any of that. It's Gay Pride Month. That's has to do with gay.
I thought Juneteenth was for Black Americans.
Is it?
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
yeah,
I know we have
yeah.
a gay pride parade.
I thought it was
Mark.
I thought it was for Pride because February
I
is
did
Black
too.
History Month.
Not that I'm aware of. I thought Juneteenth had something to do with the slavery. The
Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated on June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery.
Hmm.
Yep. It is called, well, other than Juneteenth, called Emancipation Day.
Yeah,
that would be a better name for it.
I think so too.
At least people would know what it meant, huh?
Yep.
That would be a much better name for it.
I know we have Pride Parade.
Pickle Tom. Speaking of the devil.
He's got 3 pickles tonight. Dude, what'd you do this week?
Now we got viewers starting to come in a little bit.
Yeah, I was just talking about you a couple minutes, Tom. Braxton's still there. Okay.
Well, we got comments showing up. Just that right now, Michael. Oh no, Tom is also on Facebook.
I think it's
Yes.
random when people can see and can't. This is not okay.
Of course I was.
I don't get it.
Of course I was talking about you, Tom. I always talk about you all the time,
I'm,
and not
I'm
just
still,
about Minecraft, just about your drinking.
I'm still seeing. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Learn more. I'm still seeing that on Things Network.
Oh man, this is getting
And-
really frustrating.
Carl was having that same problem, but yet Tom is not. Michael is not.
I wasn't.
Other Tom was because he's on on YouTube. So
Might have. Oh wow, might have watched Sinners again a bit later on. It'll be my 15th time. Holy cow! You must really love that movie, Braxton.
I'm seeing it on Things Network, but it's lagging.
is-
And
The drinks are flowing a little right now. Been editing a bit. I figured you had been drinking, Tom.
cheers,
see how
Tom.
cheers.
I just got off work an hour ago, so there's nothing flowing anywhere. But yeah, no,
You drink enough in a short amount of time, something will be flowing.
Hey,
Well,
Joe.
I don't think that's possible.
Okay, now Joe is able to see us on Facebook, so maybe it's starting to
I
do
hope.
something. I don't know. All I know is I can't see anything on Facebook. It shows us
Really strange.
now it's on.
I was going to say I can. Manhattan.
Now it's shown.
No,
Now I can see the video.
See Jeremy on things page that Carl said.
right, Braxton. I get that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, refresh the page because now I can see the video on Facebook.
get away from my ribs. Go on. Go.
so
So let me
far.
look. We're gonna put this on right now. Let me see how many of those days I'm gonna be. Okay, 17th through the 21st. I won't miss any shows. Okay.
Talking about
17th through the 21st of July. I'm gonna be in Kansas. I get to actually go see my brother, my blood brother, that I haven't seen since he was 16, 15.
Oh wow.
And he's told his kids about me, everything, until now that his kids are grown. So we're gonna go see him and my aunt.
when is this?
July 17th through the 21st.
We never called you the other Tom. Tom. He's like saying, well, I might always call the other Tom.
July 17th is a Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't be here that day.
Okay.
Maybe I was looking at June. Yeah, I won't be here that day. We will be on the road to Iola, Kansas.
Oh, nice.
June 19th is a Thursday. That's Juneteenth.
Yeah, 17th through the 21st. Yeah, okay.
My birthday is the following Thursday.
I'll be back for that.
Yay. No, June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Move.
My birthday is actually on show day. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that is so much fun, isn't it?
Maybe we'll take that week off.
Yeah,
Nope,
maybe.
we will not. Absolutely not.
Adrian's putting her foot down.
Absolutely not. 2019, we went to one of my uncle's houses, and my mother met up with people she hasn't seen. I'm telling you, it's well.
Yeah.
Here's the shortened version of our story. I was adopted. So when I found my parents at 23 years old, my mom and dad actually lived in the same town, of course, not together. It was a one night stand type thing, but they knew each other. And my dad's wife was not okay with him seeing, the one night stands, the product of the one night stand. So, I got to know him for just a minute. And he told me, he said, so when she passes away, then I'll call you. No, you will not. You can't grow balls now. The hell you will. So
I got a funny story to tell you.
Of course
You
you.
go ahead and finish. You go ahead and finish. But what Tom just said, I got a story that goes with that.
so that was the last conversation I had with my dad. But my brother, the youngest one, there's two brothers. One is up mom and dad's ass. And this one got shunned like I did. He's blood, like full blood. And he's like, he said, now I understand. So, we're up there in age. So we're going to salvage what we have left. And the hell with them. So tell me, what'd you have?
Oh, I got a funny story that goes with what Tom was saying about the sneeze. So this happened in at the Crown Point Jail. Nick was not there this particular time. It
Oh,
was
damn it.
myself, Tim, Crystal, Scott. I know they were there.
The fun crew.
Yeah, the fun crew. So they, I don't know where I was at, but they were outside doing like some kind of like a spirit box session, and something led up to Scott saying, "The power of Christ compels you," which is kind of odd hearing Scott say that,
Yeah.
but he was saying that the power of Christ compels you. And then a voice came through the spirit box saying, "That don't work here, boy."
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I've heard that line.
I loved that dialogue so much that I actually inputted it into one of my books.
I bet.
Yeah, I could not add that.
Which Scott was that?
Wilson.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Don't
Because
stop. No.
Scott Smith would be the one to say that, but
right.
Don't drop the soap.
But
you got to remember we're at the jail, hardened criminals.
Yep.
So,
Well,
so it would make sense for Scott to say that, because he's one of those that will get into the moment, into the spirit of the location we're in.
mhm.
so
Yeah,
you
but
actually would ask if somebody.
those are his own words. That don't work here, boy.
I wasn't Scott saying that.
No, but it is something he'd say.
It is something he would say,
Yep.
but he's also the same guy who says $20 is $20.
That's right.
That's how we ended up in the back room.
Oh, Scott, I wish you were watching us right
Yeah, I
No, because then he might actually tell the story.
know.
He's told this story a lot. Well, him and Tim have. That's one of our more
Oh.
memorable stories from that place.
No, I was talking about the story of the back room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, I can promise you that no, the other one did not tell that story.
Now I will add to this. This is the same night that Scott got propositioned twice to go meet up in one of the jail cells for some fun time. And he goes up there and he got stood up both times.
Well,
Stood up by a ghost.
you know. It happens.
Actually, I think Michael was there that night too.
Sorry.
Were you there that night when that happened? I can't
Wait,
remember.
what was?
Michael. I'm asking Michael if he was there that night when that happened.
Oh, so going way back to the beginning of the show about Annabelle before we got way off topic with Annabelle.
We always do.
Did anybody see what was posted about during her tour where she stopped and what they did?
We're at.
She was, okay, let me make sure I got the right location. So while she was on tour, they stopped to do a YouTube video with a friend of theirs.
What?
Well, Annabelle, they said, was downstairs. Now, what downstairs means, I don't know. Was she in the van down in the parking lot? Was she actually downstairs in the building?
Okay,
I don't know.
who had Annabelle supposedly on this tour?
Ryan Beal.
Yep.
Okay.
And so he went to visit A penitentiary. I just want to make sure I got the right one. And as soon as I tell you the group he was with, you'll understand.
Tom says that she's also planning on coming to the Philly area, or already has.
Don't believe
You know,
it.
come to find out, Tom, I thought apparently the rumor is she got switched or kidnapped in Colorado. I didn't know she was here. I've never heard that.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Go back and think about who it is that's got her. Think about the credibility that this person has, or in the eyes of some people, lack of credibility.
You know, I really don't know much about his credibility.
There was a big thing a few years ago where he supposedly created this public event or convention or something,
Mm-hmm.
and people paid their money to be a part of it, and then at the last minute canceled it. Did not do refunds. He just kept the money. There was a big stink about it.
Oh, I hadn't heard about him doing that. I've heard others.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Oh,
I want to say this was long before any of us ever met.
okay.
And naturally, people are still pissed off about it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Tom just said this. She's coming to the Rock Island Paracon in October.
Again,
Oh, man.
don't believe it.
I didn't hear anything about that at all, so I'm not going.
Well, they haven't put out their new schedule, but they
No,
did say she's,
There was
whether it's she or not.
Okay, so think about this for a minute. What kind of change in guardianship or whatever it is, ownership of Annabelle?
Mm-hmm. There was.
Why? So does Ryan own her now?
No. But he's able to get the money because of his name for the museum.
So somebody who is as experienced as he's supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
um, knowledged as he's supposed to be, and you would think, especially with since he had been doing this since college years, I don't know, what, 20 years ago, that there is a certain amount of care that you're supposed to take when you're doing these investigations and public tours and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's taking Annabelle willy nilly across the country.
I don't know. Now, I don't know if she's riding in the car with him
She's riding somewhere.
or
Yep.
if there's a crew. I think there's a crew in the van because he's riding in a car and they're in a van. Whoever it is. They went to Virginia State Penitentiary. Okay.
Virginia.
Yeah. And she was, all they're saying is downstairs. It is on his YouTube channel. And investigate West Virginia Penitentiary.
Wait, I was about to say, was it the West Virginia Penitentiary? Because I don't remember.
That's
It
what
was.
you said.
Oh, for some reason you cracked up and it just said the Virginia Penitentiary. I was going to say that the one from Virginia, that was demolished over 30 years ago.
So they appeared on a YouTube stint with Paranormal Theory from YouTube.
Okay, I typed in Ryan's name on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The first was the top result was a video that was uploaded yesterday on Beardo Gets Scared.
Okay. No, I'm sure it wouldn't be on his YouTube. It would
Well,
be
it
on
says here,
Paranormal.
it's got a picture of Ryan, the big thumbnail, when paranormal turns to crime. And the name of the video is He Scammed Fans, Faked Ghosts, and Now He's Back, Ryan Burrell, the Paranormal Fraud.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
jeez.
Yeah,
Oh man.
let's see. Oh, here's another video by a Brittany Crabb. I was scammed by Ryan. Now he's touring with Annabelle. The shocking truth. That was uploaded 5 days ago.
I'm gonna have to look into that. No, all I'm seeing
I
is
came in YouTube, and that at least that's what's coming up for me.
Paranormal Theory is the name of the group
Okay,
that they had this Annabelle debacle on.
here we
Jeremy,
go.
Kate had a question for you.
Chicago Parrot. When is that?
It's only one day. It's going to be next Saturday.
Next week?
Yeah. It's going to be. It's not actually going to be in the downtown area, but it's going to be out in countryside.
Wait, June 7th?
Yeah.
No, I will not be there. I've got 2 wrestling pay-per-views that day. Oh no, my ass is right here.
Yeah, I figured.
No, I will not be there on account of wrestling.
Okay, so here's what Tom just said here. The Annabelle doll, known for its supposed demonic possession, will be at the Rock Island Roadhouse Historic Expo on Saturday, October 4th. The doll will be moved from the Warrens Occult Museum.
So
Oops.
already, right there, this tour supposedly, if it's the real Annabelle doll, already no matter what is actually happening is lending discredibility to the doll because one, if this doll is actually as dangerous as people are saying it has no business being on the road. It is akin to Charles Manson in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Yep.
Two, if they understand Annabelle as dangerous as she's supposed to be, she would stay locked up, and then they would take a replica, which is what I've been hearing on tour, and that also lends discredibility to the whole thing. So no
Yeah.
matter what, this whole charade is destroying the legendary Annabelle.
Yep. It really
Well,
is.
and of course we have the whole people are coming forward with the things that they have heard, seen, documented regarding the Warrens. So, we don't know. Maybe the owner now or keeper or whatever it is has given up and said, you know what? The credibility of the whole thing's gone. So make some money off it while I can.
Thought that Elton from the overnight crew bought the doll or had it. She said Kate's confused from that.
No, nobody bought it.
I didn't remember hearing anything about anybody buying, as far as I know. And yeah, that's the other thing.
Exactly, if he had a chance to.
Still in the museum.
Joe just said, Jeremy.
I said, Zach,
That's the other thing too, Jeremy. Yeah, Joe just said that. Yeah, he's gonna.
your audio.
Joe said he's gonna be at the Chicago. sorry, it keeps cracking up again.
Yeah, your audio was out of sync. Your audio was not matching up with your video, at least for a minute there. It wasn't.
He had to keep it in a case, blessed by a priest and everything, from the Warren Museum.
Yeah. The person that's got it does.
Yeah, Joe's also going to be at the Chicago Paracon too, Jeremy. So he says, yeah, I can watch wrestling later. So yeah, he's also going to be there. Which if Kate's, we're really hoping we can try to get Kate to come out to this, because this will definitely be her very first Paracon. And
Well,
not
it
to
sounds
mention,
like she's planning on going if she was asking about it.
what's that?
It sounds like she's planning on going if she's asking about it.
She said as of right now she's still trying her best because her daughter has ballet school, if I'm saying correctly, Kate. And if anything, she'll probably be there late. She's probably going to be there later in the afternoon because the event runs from 12 to 7. Oh, wait, Tom's going to be okay. Tom's confirming that. Okay, great. And okay, now Kate said maybe he only had it on loan like these guys. It seems to be the new money making scheme.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's all going to come out in the next year or so, and we'll find out what really happened. Right now, it's just theories. Here's my theory. I'm just putting this out there. People can agree or don't. That's perfectly fine. I don't
Yeah,
think
here
she
we go.
was ever what they're saying she was. I think, now, could she have an attachment at this point? Yes. Enough people put the same thought into something at the same time? Yes. Things can manifest. You can make a poltergeist. Yes. But do I think that any of this, do I think she was demonic at the beginning? No. No. Do I think she's demonic now? No. No. But am I willing to go test that theory? Absolutely not. I'm not going to go traveling the world with her, but I just don't. I think there's a lot of things coming out about the Warrens, and they paved the way for us. I will, I'll give them that respect. They paved the way for us, but the way they did it is leading to some serious controversy.
Yeah,
Why would you call a cameraman and a newspaper guy every time you go to a scene? Absolutely not.
well, and that's when, again, I probably talked about this last week, but when I was in Mansfield, Ohio, there was a guy who actually had worked for the Warrens. He had actually been working. He had like worked with them, in fact, for probably about a good 40 years prior before they passed away.
Mhm.
It's a guy named Joe Frank, and I don't know if he's been at ParasiteCon before. I don't really remember, but if he was, this was my first time really talking to him, and literally, like this was right when we were about to be heading out to go home, when we were
Mhm.
about to leave the prison. But Joe Frank, he just gave this. He just had a really interesting conversation. He was nice enough to let me and Mike sit at his at his table,
Mhm.
and he said he is well aware that there is some controversy involving him, but some of the things that he was also talking about him with, and he's also, of course, not only has he worked with the Warrens, he's also worked with their nephew too, John Zaffis. In fact, when Lorraine Warren passed away, he actually approached John Zaffis and said, you're my mentor now. Now that both Ed and Lorraine are gone, it's up to you now, practically. And now he's kind of become the mentor himself. But we had this really long conversation involving like how much they really put their efforts when it came to the investigations, even though again that they knew that there was going to be some controversy involved. But man, if we weren't in such a hurry to leave, I probably would have wanted to stay and hear more from this guy. In fact, I actually did talk to him about some of our shows. I was thinking at some point, I asked him, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I asked him, would you be interested in coming on one of our shows to talk about this? Because he was really a gold mine of information involving the personal opinion. If we ever wanted to do a show, more focusing on the Warrens, I would definitely say he would make a real good guest to have on the show.
Okay, so that night,
It'd be nice to have him on the show, but one thing that I do want to say when it talk about the controversies and everything, I think especially for those that have been or are on TV now,
uh
no matter how good your intentions are or bad,
huh.
there
Yep.
is going to be a lot of controversy everywhere
Yeah.
involved.
Oh, there is. Yeah, that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's think about this end of it too. I can't be on the show if he's going to be on because I'm going to ask some blunt questions that are going to piss some people off. And do I think I'm going to get the right answer? Absolutely not. But let's think about this side of it too. You yourself said he, after the Warrens passed, he approached the nephew.
John Zaffis, yeah.
Okay. So now the nephew has not only whatever money was there, whatever fame could be there, he has that. He holds that. What he does with it is up to him. Now, when this guy approaches him, now how is this guy going to approach him? Hey, you're my mentor? Probably not. Because from what I understand, that nephew wanted nothing to do with any of this anyway. He was thrown into it. He didn't believe in any of it. So is he in cahoots with this other guy to make money off of this? Would he go to the Paracons and say what the world thinks? Very possible. It's politics.
It's really hard to say because, like I said, this was the first time I actually spoke with this guy, so I didn't really get to. I only got to really meet him for just a few minutes, just to talk with him. If again, I would have wanted to stay longer if we weren't in such a rush.
Well, these kinds of things, they're politics if you look at it, because they are money making.
Yeah,
They have the potential to be money making.
yeah, I would do an overnight, Kate.
Have fun, Nick.
Not at the Conjuring House.
Yeah.
I'd still be
You don't
willing
have to worry about the Conjuring House. You have to worry about the lady.
That's what I mean. I'd be more worried about the lady than the actual house
Yeah.
itself.
Right?
So as long as she's got it, nope, not happening.
Yeah, that I should have been a little bit more specific. If she wasn't there, the fact that she's there right now, no. But if she wasn't there, absolutely 100% Tivoli.
Technically, right now she's not in Rhode Island because she knows as soon as she crosses that state line, she's getting arrested.
I
Yep.
haven't heard any more tea on her.
And speaking of which, I very briefly, I actually just spoke to Andrea Perrin just very briefly yesterday. Speaking
How's
of
she
the-
doing?
She's doing good.
Good.
It wasn't actually anything. It wasn't actually anything paranormal. She actually took part. Not to get political, but she actually took part of one of the protests yesterday down in Georgia. And again, she and I have gotten to know each other very well. I mean, she's become. I know I'm the younger person here, but she's become like a grandmother like figure to me. So, I was just gave her a very positive comment. She gave a love reaction, of course, and she's doing really well otherwise. So I'm glad we've been staying in contact.
Her cancer's doing good?
I'm not sure about what's going on with the cancer, but she definitely is getting better, though. I know that for a fact.
Good.
Because, she's really been fighting a lot of it.
Okay, Tom.
But to see her going out and doing that's really something for her. So I'm very happy for her.
Tom just sent me the thing for the Rock Island.
Yeah, for the Rock Island Paracon. Did you? I decided to look. Did you see who's all attending? First off, looks like Greg is going to be there.
Balkan?
Yeah, he's going to be there apparently. But there's also somebody else that apparently is going to be there. And we were just talking about her a couple weeks ago. The runner of that network apparently is supposed to be there too.
You know what? You
I'm
go
seeing-
up and you smile and you walk by just like she is a bystander.
Yeah.
That's the
Again,
worst thing you can do to that kind of person.
as far as I'm concerned, because Rock Island is not even that far from me. I mean, it's only about like 2.5, 3 hours away because it's right on the Illinois-Iowa border. And what I'm trying to say is there is going to be so many other investigators out there that would want to hang out, chat, and meet up with me. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to worry about her because there's plenty more.
You wouldn't have to worry about her if there's nobody there you knew.
Exactly. And not only that, in addition to those guests, and she told me this about a week or so, not her,
Yeah.
but the Wicked Wiccan sisters are also supposed to be here too.
Oh.
And they always love seeing me there. So I know they're going to want to spend a lot of time chatting.
Oh,
and hanging
yes.
out with
You're
us.
such a celebrity, Nick.
Even though I've never intended for it, but
That sounds like it.
I never had intended it, nor do I ever encourage it. It just happened. I mean,
No,
what am I supposed to do?
it's when we go somewhere and it's not celebrity, it's people we actually have dealt with
Yeah.
that, if they enjoyed the dealings they had virtually, then they're going to want to meet anybody in person.
I'm already concerned that that's probably going to be like that for next week for the Chicago Paracon. Undoubtedly. But then again,
If you're concerned, stay your ass home.
well, it's not even just that. Because I'm probably going to get the same reactions like I did back in Ohio, but there's going to be a lot of. Well, no, there's going to be a lot of people approaching me because of, once again, just like in Ohio, they're going to be asking me about what happened to me a few months ago when I was in the hospital.
If they know you, they know what happened. If they don't, then it's hearsay. So you say, I had a close call and everything's good now. And that is the end of story. We don't need to go into detail. I had a close call. Everything's good.
That's why, when I was in Ohio and I was telling some of the guys about it, I just went to the slightest of details. I didn't really make this, long ass story about it. I was keeping it real short. Understandably. Wait, what the hell did Tom just say? Here, hold on a second.
Yeah, when you're a real celebrity, that's what happens.
Hang on a second.
Rethink that whole concept there.
Hang on a second.
No, you were right the first time, Tom.
Oh, God damn it, Tom.
You were right the first time.
This is why I never intend, again, when I go out to these things, unlike some other people, I never have the intention of trying to be famous because of stuff like this.
Well, shit happens. And it's all in how you deal with it.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm not, like I just said, at least I'm not like that other person that's supposed to be at Rock Island that is obviously intending and not even caring for her fans. So at least
there you go.
Her. Wait, what was that?
You can say you were bit by Mothman and bit by a moth. Now you're Mothman. You're just trying not to make a big deal of it. Did you all? I don't know if either one of y'all talked to Jan here in the last week.
I spoke to her. I spoke to her last week, and she also sent me a reel earlier this week.
Okay, so Jan, now with a list of many other things that has happened to her, she is now allergic to gnats. I kid you not.
That's what talking to me about earlier this week.
Okay, a gnat bit her. Okay, under the eye. Her eye swelled almost shut.
Oh my God.
And then 2 days, the next day, her throat started swelling shut. They gave her 5 different medications. It lasted 3 days. And she was back in the hospital with her throat swelling shut.
Wow. Yeah, she sent me pictures of her eye. I was literally like, holy shit!
Like a gnat did that? Yeah, a gnat.
Yeah, I was like in shock. It scared the hell out of me when I saw those pictures of her.
We're gonna wrap her in bubble wrap, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Wait.
She'll be lucky to have a breathing hole because a gnat can get in it, or a piece of pollen that she's going to be allergic to next. I'm telling you, I think it's part of her CRPS.
I thought gnats don't bite. I thought it was mosquitoes.
Oh, they bite. Gnats bite. It's those little bitty things that fly around you that you accidentally inhale.
Oh, those
when they're in swarms. Yeah. And if they land on you, they will. It's not like a sting, like it hurts or it itches, but it's a little tiny prick. Yeah, it's no good. But holy shit!
I've never been bitten by a gnat. I've been bitten plenty of times by mosquitoes, but not gnats.
Now that you say it, you will.
Well, fortunately, I mean, I don't know if it's been like this over for you, Jeremy, but it's been relatively cool over here these last couple of weeks. So we haven't had any type of insects whatsoever.
What do you call cool in Chicago?
It's about like 50 degrees.
It's been 55, 65 range around here.
Yeah, it's been 70s, almost 80s here at some point, but it's been raining the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, because of these temperatures, we haven't had any type of insects whatsoever.
We had the insects before the frost even went away. We've got, and if somebody knows what this is, please let me know how in the hell they get here and what they are.
See,
These little moths. I'm talking, they are half an inch at the most. And they are living in our cupboards, like in dark cupboards. This is scary because they come out. Huh?
I was going to say, it's too bad you don't feed them to
The spider?
Yeah, too bad you don't feed them to the tarantula.
Nah, she couldn't eat that. But they fly around at night. They'll come out and start flying around. I open the cabinet during the day and one will fly out. While I started cleaning out the cabinet, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And they were actually laying eggs on top of lids, like jelly jar lids and just different lids at things that weren't open. They were just
gross.
Put in. I don't understand. I've never seen these before in the wintertime. I've never seen them before at all. But I'm talking, they were here all winter and still here now. I have learned you can put a bay leaf in there and keep them at bay. But what the hell are these and where'd they come from? I have no idea.
Jan said, here's how it started. She was asked, I didn't expect this too when you were telling me about this gnat issue. I thought she was going to send me something else. She says to me, want to see something a gnat can do? And I was like, sure. I thought it was going to be something interesting. And that's when she sent me the pictures of her eye. And I'm like, oh my God. Are you okay? So again, it freaked me the hell out when I saw that.
Yeah, she's definitely accident prone at this point for the last couple of years.
When the eye? When did this happen with the eye?
Earlier in the week.
Yep.
Maybe last weekend.
Yeah, I think it was.
Unfortunately, on Saturday, she didn't say anything about her eye.
Yeah, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately.
So I'm looking at Extreme Ticketing, which has got this Rock Island Paracon. I'm trying to find the prices for admission.
I haven't found that yet. But yeah, Joe, unfortunately, Paraflix is going to be there, including her.
Okay, here we go. $5 general admission.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty cheap. I was expecting
$50 for VIP. $100, and the VIP includes investigation with Get Haunted and Fringe War Party Paranormal.
Okay. I know Get Haunted. I don't know about the other one.
I don't know about. I've heard of Get Haunted too.
We'll explain later, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Explain later.
Yeah, we'll explain later.
Okay.
$100 for VIP Platinum, which is the investigation plus Annabelle.
Yep.
Warren's Devils on the Run tour. Wow.
There's one of them damn things now.
The gnats?
No, a moth.
Oh, okay.
But they're tiny.
I had a moth in the house one day last week. It took me a minute, but I was able to get rid of it. And then there's other things, $24 for Dave Giuliano Workshop, $20 for Rachel DeMica Workshop.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's Stone Tape, Stigma, and Place Memory Theory.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, the Dave Giuliano is why some cleanses, blessings, and exorcisms fail. Uh,
Oh God, no.
I'd give you 1,000 reasons why they fail.
yeah, just for that, I would have him on my show.
Yeah, really.
Death
No! Oh, no!
Wait,
$55.
wait, wait. What did he say?
My perfume.
Hey, Brad, haven't seen you here in a while.
Perfect time, Brad. And another add-on to this thing: Ghost Gear Tech Workshop, $40. Equipment workshop. Build your own capacitive touch ghost detector. Capacitive.
Who's running that?
Some Ghost Gear Tech. Have no
You
idea.
know what? Hold on.
It's not him.
No, I know it's not him. But I just saw that. Not long.
$40 for Blue Bodhi gallery reading. And all of these requires purchase of general admission. You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know Rock Island if this event would be worth the 6 hour drive for me.
Robert Walczak.
Well, how come the reason, Jeremy?
Huh?
What was the reason why you said it wouldn't be worth it?
I'm just saying it's probably not worth it for me to drive 6 hours to go there.
Yeah.
So Austin Maynard is involved, but not involved by proxy. He's involved with Robert Walczak.
Who's also going to be there? Sorry, Adrian. Go ahead.
There you go, Brad. Simple YouTube search, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, I see that advertisement. So honestly, I don't know. Maybe if it were in Indiana, where it's like within a 2 hour drive, maybe I'd think about it. But as it stands right now, I don't see anything here that says I need to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Haunted Side, I'd love to see them again.
I didn't even see them advertised.
I thought they were.
You know, it's funny. I just looked at the. Did
No,
you
it was
see
Get Haunted. Sorry.
I just looked at the poster. I don't know if you already saw it, Jeremy, where it says like, Paraflex, Get Haunted, and then just to the right of it also is Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken. So that definitely means he's going to be there.
Yeah, he's evidently a sponsor.
Okay.
I read it looked like that Grizzly's going to be there too.
Oh, really? I didn't see that, but that would be interesting. That would be my first time meeting Grizzly in person then.
He's a nice guy.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I used to co-host with him when he was on Lois's show. Oh my God, I just realized something. If he's going to be there, he's going to play that song that he's kind of been called my theme song like every time I'm on. I just can already imagine how that's going to happen.
I forgot he was on that show for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to have better things to do than play a song.
I don't know. I mean, if he, I would not be surprised if if I'm talking to one of the other vendors and my back is turned, like knowing that I would be talking to him next. I am pretty sure he's going to play that music to catch my attention immediately.
That's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Every time I hear the song that he plays, every time I hear the song, I think about him because he's the one who started this whole thing.
Brad, it is the Rock Island Paracon. It's in Rock Island, Iowa.
Well, it's in Rock Island, Illinois, but it's right on the Illinois-Iowa border. It's literally like right next to
Island,
Mississippi.
Iowa.
It's on. Yeah,
Ew.
it doesn't really matter. Yeah, either Illinois or Iowa because it's like right on the Mississippi River.
It's on October 4th, Saturday.
Kate, on that note, I need water. What the hell?
Kate, I was just one. It's a joke from Family Guy, and that
Yeah.
episode just aired last night. I was going to contact you guys about this. Have you ever had butter on a Pop-Tart? That's like Tom and Pickle Tom and Kate's theme song now when I think about it. Yeah, it's such a great song. Oh, I should have filmed it when it was on TV last night.
Um, I saw a headline in, I think it's in Turkey. A drunk man joined a search crew to find a missing person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this drunk man was too drunk to even realize that the person that they were looking for was him.
That's quite an interesting. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't know what to say about that one, but that's not surprising at the same time.
Yeah, it's quite the humorous story. Did you hear what I was saying, Adrian?
No, I didn't.
In Turkey, there was a drunk man that had joined a search crew to look for a missing person. And this drunk man did not realize that the person they were looking for was him.
Brad, my leg is a lot better now. It doesn't hurt as much.
You got to be pretty damn drunk. for that.
Ever been drunk to fish? Too drunk to fish.
Yes, yes, I have.
I can see Pickle Tom being that way.
Yeah, yes, I have because the fishing pole ended up taking off. I
So
didn't
you
find
talk.
out till morning.
So you talk about this guy that in Turkey realizing that it was him who had to be caught. I mean, again, there's always those crazy crime related stories about stupid things that happen that that some of these guys commit crimes by. I think I told you guys about that one crime down in Florida about the meth that they found around the guys. I did say about that one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I laugh every single time I think of that story.
I don't know. Around here, we have, and I'm seeing more and more of this, and I don't know if it's because social media is becoming more and more accepting of posts like this in our community pages, but I'm seeing a lot more in the missing people pages where people are putting on there, this person's missing, last seen here, he was homeless or she was homeless.
There's been a lot of those going around, but they're actually fakes.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
happened over here too.
what you have to look at is there a contact on
Right.
there, such as a police department? Is there a real police department contact on there? If there is, they're real.
Good night, Brad. Brad's heading out.
Good night.
But you're seeing a lot of that, and a lot of, well, this person was on drugs, and so we don't know where they're at. Well, at that point, when you tell the police that, they're just going to assume they're homeless and that they're drifters, so they don't put out a missing person. And that's a lot of the conflict that is being had right now is At what point do you put out a missing person when they've been homeless for maybe 2 years and contact their family every 6 months? And then they haven't contacted their family for a year. So to the police, that's only 2 missed phone calls. And they know they're drug addicts, so there's really nowhere to find them because they know they're also on the street. So that's an issue that's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't trust stairs. They're always, what the hell, Kate?
Wait, who said that?
Kate?
Oh, Kate.
I think you just discovered dad jokes.
Ah, Kate, not in my house. It's always down in my house.
I just came across something here that's very interesting. You know how people are always clamoring for movie crossovers to have that dream movie or dream team?
Yeah.
So try to imagine Halloween crossed with Freaky Friday.
God, no.
You guys saw that Chucky died, huh?
I saw that. See, I freaked out. I thought for a second. I
I
thought
have
they
no
were talking
idea who
about Brad Dourif, the original voice of Chucky, but it was the other guy.
That was who I thought too.
Yeah, that's why I was like all in caps. I'm like, what? He died? But no, I mean, I'm no offense. I'm glad it wasn't Brad, but Dourif. But either way, it was still sad when I found out the other guy died.
Well, Brad is 75 years old.
I was going to say, it's not that far fetched that he would be gone.
Yeah.
I know. He's just a lot of us in the horror movie community just love the guy.
But the other guy, I never heard of him at all.
No, most people have never seen that Chucky movie.
I haven't.
Well, which one was he in?
He was in an original where Chucky was played by a human.
Well, the original one was by original one from 1988. That was Brad Dourif too. He was. Oh wait, you're referring to it. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying now.
Oh, wait a minute. John Franklin was Walkabout Chucky. So apparently, John Franklin was Chucky in the original as well.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, they had a picture of him next to the doll. And of course, you got your eyes play tricks. That's all there is to it. So when you put a picture of someone next to someone, you can see similarities if that's what's suggested to you. But
so Ed Gale was in Child's Play 1, 2, and Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
Just those 3 movies. He was also Howard the Duck.
Yes, I did see that.
He was Dink in Spaceballs.
I loved Howard the Duck.
I did too. I don't get the whole one of the worst movies ever made thing that it get. I don't think it deserves that because there's a lot of really bad movies out there.
Yeah.
But I actually like Howard the Duck.
I went and saw it in theaters when it came out.
I remember seeing it on TV when I was a kid. It would have been 2 or 3 years after it came out in theaters. And that scene at the very end of the movie where they had that portal and these monsters coming down, that scared the shit out of me.
That's what you were talking about last night, right?
I don't remember anything
That
scary.
was what I was mentioning in the chat.
That's what I figured you were talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, so this guy was in a few movies.
I don't even remember the plot of Howard the Duck, but I remember watching Howard the Duck, and all of a sudden that female duck came in, and I'm like, "What is this? A porn movie? What is going on right now?" I was in my 20s watching that, like one of the first. Well, that was my third movie ever in a theater.
From what I remember, it's been a while since I've seen Howard. I've got the DVD. But from what I remember of seeing of that movie was that at the beginning of the movie he's already established on Earth, has his own apartment and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So already we've lost the origins of how he got there.
Yeah.
But still, it's a 1980s movie. 1980s was a great decade for movies.
I
Yeah.
wish I was there to experience it.
You can still experience
I
it.
was gonna say, good.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like,
Out there.
I mean, yeah, I know you can't, but I just wish I was actually there to like when they first came out.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be any different from the very first time you watch a movie.
Yeah, I know. You call a bee with message frisbee. Oh wait,
We have
Um,
created a monster.
Return of the Living Dead when I was 12. I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
You realize
So-
that, folks? We've
Hey,
created
Kate.
a monster in her.
Hey, Kate. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
We have.
Remember, I'm married to the man of dad jokes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then I've got his dad.
I forgot about that. And yes, Joe, 80s was the perfect era for music. It really was. Greatest song to come out of the 80s is Toto's Africa.
Yeah, that's a good song. I always love that song too.
I will swear forever that is the greatest song to come out of the 80s. And there's been some great songs that came out of
And you know, that is also the song that if you ask a random person, they know the song, but the lyrics are going to change from person to person of what it really says. Just like the rains down in Africa. Look up. There was actually somebody who asked different people what those lyrics were. And some of the people that come up with stuff, what they thought it really was, unreal.
I can imagine. But and still, in any case, you ask anybody what is that song about, not one person will be able to give you a definitive answer.
I know.
Everybody
Yep.
knows what that song is about.
Yep.
Braxton, that's why it does not happen. No. See, when you throw trash away, you don't go back out in the trash can and go get it. You don't do that. No. Oh, no. And they're an X for a reason. Hell no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. If I remarried one of my exes, I guarantee you I would be in prison at this point because there would be a murder.
Well,
You like pina coladas?
there's a lot
like
of
that
people
song.
out there that have remarried their ex-spouses.
Well, I
Yep.
can understand it if it was like, okay, they were too young, they wouldn't have gotten along, things like that. They made a mistake, whatever the case might be. They grew up. I get that, but
Elizabeth Taylor did it.
nobody said she was the smartest one on earth.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marriages.
She's even got me beat.
Yeah. 8. She is averaging more than one marriage a decade.
My God.
Well, she died when she was 79.
Yeah.
She was
So something kept her alive.
she was 22 when she got married. The first marriage lasted 1 year. The second marriage lasted 5 years. Third one, 1 year. Well, to be fair, the third one actually died after 1 year.
I was going to say, so who's the problem at that point?
Yeah. The fourth one was 5 years. The fifth lasted 10 years. Then they got remarried 1 year after they divorced,
That's an expensive divorce and remarriage.
Yeah, it is.
and then got divorced a year after that. So got married in 64, divorced in 74, remarried in 75, divorced in 76.
Kate, why would I get a mullet?
Oh, Braxton, that's no joke.
What do you
That
say?
I have seen that happen both ways.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
it happened in my well, I can't say family. My biological daughter's half sister went rogue, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Her dad was terrible, but she got put in a foster home, ended up pregnant, and the person she was pregnant by was actually her PO, and they ended up together. And yeah, oh,
Oh,
she ended up wrecking his car and then hitting another cop and all kinds of shit. But those are the kind of, they're not in my family. They're related to my family.
yeah.
That wouldn't happen in my family. I tried to fix her when she was like 5. And at 5 years old, I made her do her homework with the rest of my kids. And she looked at me and goes, "Bitch, what did you just say?" So, of course, I had 2 choices. My first instinct was to knock her teeth out. But that's not what I did. I picked her up by her shirt, threw her on my daughter's bed, told her, "Stay in there for your own safety. Stay in there. Because if you don't, I'm going to hurt you. Just stay." Called her dad. He was 3 houses down. Said, "I don't know how you raised this kid, but you better fucking come get her. Because I'm going to hurt her." Mm-mm. And she never got any better from there on out. But holy shit.
I still have a package that I am waiting to arrive that should have arrived earlier today.
Me too.
Stephen King's book came out 2 days ago.
Oh, you
Oh,
got it.
yeah, I heard that.
So I pre ordered it, and last week I got a thing saying, okay, it's been shipped. It will arrive on Thursday. Okay. Mail's come and gone. Nothing. So I look at this. It departed the UPS facility in Rossford, Ohio, which is in the Toledo area, at 1:56 p.m. At 4:24, it was received in Fort Wayne. Package acceptance pending. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. And now it is saying it's on its way. You will receive it on Friday, May 30th.
Take care, Joe. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye. So it's a good thing I am not waiting to read that book because I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in the middle of an Owen King book.
What?
Owen King.
His son Owen.
I didn't know he wrote.
Yeah, I didn't know he wrote either.
Both of his sons wrote. Supposedly, his daughter also writes, but she doesn't publish anything.
Okay.
But his son Joe Hill, has a book coming out in October called Keen Sorrow.
Hmm.
And the book that I'm reading now by Owen is called The Curator. It was the first book of his that I actually got interested in. But then after almost 200 pages, I started getting really lost in it
Hmm.
because there doesn't seem to be any discernible plot to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's 468 pages.
Wow.
When you started saying, and this is for the people who know, if you don't, don't go look it up. But you said, I'm waiting on a package. All I could think of was everybody's opening their gifts on Christmas morning. You know the rest of it? That's on you.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm waiting for a package too. In fact, it was from that company of Nightmare Soup. They
Oh.
released a new book
Oh my God.
that was called Nightmare Soup Morbid Morsels. And I pre-ordered it. And here's the thing. I pre-ordered it back in October of last year. That book still hasn't arrived to this day. So I contacted the page. I was like, what's going on? Like, what the hell is going on with the book? I ordered this back in October and I still haven't gotten it. And they said, well, there were also these other books that they just recently released. Unfortunately, he had to be part of like the what was it? What Tom said earlier, what he thought he thought he was like when you pay something, like when you pay on YouTube. What is it called again?
You pay on YouTube?
Oh, you donate money or something like it. It was what Tom
Oh,
said
stars
earlier.
or whatever?
Not stars. It was what the hell was it? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and see.
So is this the third Nightmare Soup?
No, not Nightmare Soup 3. This is no, not Nightmare Soup 3. It's a completely separate book. What the hell was it that he said?
Well,
Patreon. It was Kickstarter.
ask me about the Patreon at the start of the show.
I know. I had to scroll through the comments. He just said it again.
Nick, I want you to do this after the show. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Should I be scared?
Yes. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back a minute from now and listen to yourself. Listen to what I said. Then listen to yourself. Listen to yourself say, I'm waiting on a package too. And then look up. Everybody's opening their gifts on Christmas morning on TikTok.
So in other words, Nick, go to about a minute, an hour 56. Maybe an hour 55.
And look at your face so excited. And then go to TikTok and look up everybody's opening their gifts on Christmas morning. I'm going to give you a hint. Mama's opening her gift on Christmas morning. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, but okay.
And then listen to the whole song. Do not shut it off. Listen to the whole song.
Kind of weird to listen to something near the end of May, beginning of June, because like anybody else, I usually listen.
It's really not a Christmas song. Just listen to it.
I was going to say I usually only listen to that like during the actual Christmas season.
It was very popular during the Christmas season. And then I got it stuck in my head. And I was walking through the house singing that song. And when you see what that song really is, it's not something that you walk through the house singing.
Oh, God.
Does this start with on day 12 of Christmas, my true love gave to me trust?
No.
That one?
No.
Okay.
No, it says Mama got a... Everyone was opening their gifts on Christmas morning. Mama got a gift, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Gotcha.
Oh, God. All right, Chris.
It had nothing to do with boobies. Exact opposite.
Yeah.
Well, we've already established, Chris, that there are no boobies in Illinois.
Watch it, Jeremy.
Oh, trust me, Nick. I'm watching every word I'm saying.
I need word that
Would you
time.
like us to put it in captions so you can read it?
What's that?
Would you like us to put it in captions so you can read Illinois?
No, you don't need to do that either.
No, somebody had already done that earlier. Well, Chris,
I thought I
but
did
somebody
something,
did that
Chris.
earlier.
Chris,
I thought.
watch it, Chris.
Yeah.
Braxton, do you know the song I'm talking about?
Let me see what Braxton said. The charges drops.
Yeah, no, it really didn't talk about that, but I think Braxton probably knows the song I'm talking about if he's on TikTok.
I've seen that.
No.
Just the other day, Chris, I saw beef sticks at our store. I thought about you guys immediately. 7 days of agony, Braxton said.
If Braxton does not know the song, I'm gonna shit because wow.
Oh, okay. I see this.
Chris, I don't
We
feel you.
don't have TikTok either.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
Okay, we're gonna see if this is gonna work. Okay.
I don't know how this is even possible.
What?
Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I want to show you.
Do that, and then I'm gonna play this song. Anybody who is, what is that?
That is a message bubble. The one where Brad was asking about Nick's knee.
Yeah,
Now all of a sudden, just like
that's all it
featured.
shows.
That's on my end. I don't even know how that.
And Braxton, I thought I was old.
This is weird.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this song right now. Anybody who is sensitive to material, don't.
Adrian, I can pretty much guarantee you that anybody that watches this show is not sensitive.
Well, Kate, if your kids are around, don't mute it. Okay. Okay, Nick.
Their gifts on Christmas morning. Daddy got a pair of socks. Okay, that's kind of boring. Mommy got a brand new toy and now she can't stop moaning. Yeah, that's all she does now, and it's getting so annoying. Everybody's opening their gifts on Christmas.
I don't know what to say
That,
about it.
that almost sounds
I
like
did not play the rest of it. I did not play the rest.
that almost sounds like something Weird Al would do.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It really does.
I don't know who actually the song is actually played by, but it's been redone so many times. And the way it's been redone is people playing it for their husbands and having them listen to it. And so the rest of it talks about it being, it says, now mama's moaning like a locomotive train. All the neighbors are complaining. It's bad. It's bad, but it's hilarious. And all through that season, that's all I couldn't get it out of my head because that tune is just fun.
Well, I'm looking at TikTok right now for the results, and the first thing that comes up is blind react to an AI Christmas song.
Is it that tune?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
See if that's what it is. Because there was lots of blind reacts.
Gifts on Christmas morning. Daddy got a pair of socks. Okay, that's kind of boring. Mommy got a brand new toy and now she can't stop moaning. Yeah, that's all she does now, and it's getting so annoying. Mommy got a toy, it's big and black and thick and veiny. Locked up in her room all day, just screaming, moaning, wailing. Daddy sits alone down in the kitchen with the socks. 'Cause Mommy got a Christmas present better
than his cock.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Yeah, Pickle Top is sensitive, Chris.
Should have muted it, bud. That's all I can tell you.
Wow! Oh, I just saw the lyric where it talked about the train.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, Nick, what about that package you're waiting for?
Yeah.
It ain't that package. Not that kind of package.
Unless you're friends with Jan and Jesse, then you get those kind of packages.
Okay, folks. On that note, I think we better.
Frosty is the dope man. You know what? There might actually be something along those lines
You
on
know,
TikTok.
I was going to tell you two other things before we ended, Jeremy, but
XCOM 7, Chris.
that may
I
have
have
to
no idea.
Well, say that again. I didn't catch that.
I was saying there were two other things I just wanted to bring up real quick, but
Boobies?
I didn't know. I think Adrian killed me.
That's three things right there. So
1, 2, boobies.
yeah, unless Nick, you want to get freaky and bring up three of them.
No.
And then it's Mama's Christmas present. So
I
what
was
were you
just-
saying, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, Chris. My dad has a Dexcom 7. He hates it. He wishes he could go back to Dexcom 6, but he hates the 7.
Wait, what about Dexcom 7 or what?
Don't worry about it. It's just that something that Chris is waiting to come
What
in.
was your two things there, buddy?
Well, I was gonna ask you originally, Jeremy. Remind me, when was the because I'm gonna be talking to at least two of my candidates tomorrow for the jail. When was that gonna be again? The investigation?
July 26th.
26, okay. So I have to just send them the reminder on it then. And the other thing I just wanted to bring up, I've been meaning to tell you this for several days. That show that I was telling you about from last week from South America. First off, is there any shows that broadcast before Cat Hobson's show on Sunday? Wait, what did Braxton say? Those aren't the only.
That is true. New Year's too. You know, you gotta.
What were you gonna say, Jeremy?
Well, so Kate on Sunday is 8 to 10. There is a show 6 to 8, but it hasn't been on in forever.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I would say 6 to 8 Eastern.
okay. Well, the reason why I asked was I kind of was because I got to watch part of his show live, but unfortunately, although he starts like an hour, before in this case because it's 8:00 Uruguayan time, so I'm not sure exactly if that's the actual time zone name of it, but down there the problem is that his show goes at least for an hour and a half. So the problem would be is that even though he would start an hour like before Cat's show, the unfortunate part, however, though, is that the last half hour goes pretty much to when Cat starts her show on Sunday nights.
Okay, Uruguay is 1 hour ahead of me.
Okay.
So
it'd be 10:30 now.
10:30 now, and he
No,
starts his show.
it's 11:30 over there.
Yeah, and he starts his show at 8:00 his time on Sunday nights.
Which is in here. No,
Yeah,
wait. He starts what time?
8:00 his time in Uruguay.
So that's 7:00 for me. So that's
Yeah.
1 hour before Kate, and he runs 90 minutes.
At least. Checking right now just to be
Okay.
on the safe side. Give me a second here because I'm scrolling back to the history when he was doing it.
Who is this?
This is the guy Gustavo. This was the guy that I was talking about. The guy who runs his podcast from South America.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
his show is called. I guess it's called Conferencia Paranormal, and each episode that he's done,
So
looks like it goes for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
He's been doing a show I'm looking at his YouTube channel. He's been doing a show actually for like 6 years.
So if he were doing the show an hour earlier, then that would not be an issue at all. Then.
Yeah, that's the problem because I think that's what I mean. I think that's when Kat Hobson's show is when she's doing it.
Yeah, can't cut in, not in on.
Right. Well, worst comes to worst. I mean, we could probably. I'm sure because I have told him about the other one that we run, W Multiverse Network, so we could always broadcast on Multiverse because as far as I know, we don't have any shows running on Sunday nights at that time.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back. He's been running this podcast for actually 8 years. So since see what year it says. Since 2000. Oh wow, actually almost 9. Since 2000.
Nice run.
Yeah, he's been running it since October of 2016.
South America it's one of the later ones to come to terms with paranormal.
Yeah, they have. Well, and he's the one who and Gustavo, because again, I've spoken to him numerous. He has pretty much started among some of the very first Paracons for South America.
Yes and no, Adrian, because South America has, well, not necessarily ghosts, but more aliens.
And cryptids, too. Dogmen, particularly.
Well, I'm not.
Another one. It's right here.
About cryptids, just the aliens, the stuff that they've got all over South America is just screaming alien visitation from ancient times.
Yeah, well, and then it also extends to Central America and Mexico. I probably said this before, but I've always considered Mexico, Central, and South America to pretty much be the UFO capitals of the world because they have a lot more reports than anywhere else.
That can
because
be
they're more open.
What's that?
But their skies are more open. They don't have near as many skyscrapers and things as we do.
And what were you saying, Jeremy?
Not 5,000 years ago.
No.
There was nothing around like that.
Well, sure there was.
At one time,
The pyramids.
the pyramid was the tallest building in the world.
Yeah.
Well, Gustavo, like I said, in addition to his podcast, like I said, he started some of the first Paracons ever for South America, and I say more South America than Uruguay because he has invited investigators not just from Uruguay. He's also invited investigators from other parts of South America, like Brazil, Chile, Peru, and he's even had some as far up as part of Central America. I think from Costa Rica, I believe. Not so far as from Mexico too. So it's an international event.
Yeah, if only his show was starting an hour earlier, it would be a perfect time slot for him.
Yeah, I know.
Braxton, that little girl's the one that we got off of Facebook because somebody was giving her away. That's our first animal. She was, I don't know what they'd done to her, but she is scared to death of humans. And I hate that because she is the sweetest thing.
Well, if anything changes, I mean, when I talk to him next about like if he decides to eventually change the time, I'll definitely let you know about it. But of course, only time will tell at this point.
Tom has sent me some new graphics.
Yeah, Tom messaged me earlier a few minutes ago. He had made these logos that actually looked really nice.
They do.
He sent them to me last night. I was really impressed by them, and he made one for Things Network and also one for Nick Files.
The one for Nick Files I do like because the K goes into the ghosts.
Yeah, it does. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Things Network, I would take
to call it a day, folks. Yeah. It's 10:30. I need to go to bed early.
You're too late for that.
Yeah, I am. But at least I'm in that routine now where I can try to get to bed early.
But
So
don't forget, we did have that delay with the technical issue earlier tonight.
Well, that was only like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yeah.
We would have only went if it would have worked the first time. We'd have been on 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah. But still, that was odd.
But the boobies, I'm telling you what, before it's over, he is going to see boobies.
Before what's over?
Well, he already has in horror
Before
movies.
I die, he is
Oh.
going to get a lap dance or something.
I already have in horror movies. Yeah, what Jeremy said.
Oh well, with that being the case, if we go somewhere, we can always take him to a strip club.
No,
We're gonna take him
I'm
somewhere.
good. I am
I'll
good.
hire a stripper next time he comes here.
Oh, I'm innocent.
Have one pop out of a cake for him.
And you know what?
Did you ever see that? Okay, I gotta
If
ask.
you're innocent, I'm a virgin after 3 kids.
I'm just gonna say, Jeremy, when you said that, pop out of the cake. I gotta ask. I may have asked this before. Have you ever watched Family Guy, or do you ever watch it?
I have watched it, not willingly.
What about you, Jeremy?
I actually have the first 4 seasons, I think, on DVD.
Chris,
The reason why I
you are
asked was
so
they had-
innocent.
they
Well,
had a
I think those early ones are not near as bad as what it got to be.
yeah.
And it's the
true.
early ones I watched, and I didn't even like those.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember. There was when you brought up Jeremy, there was a skit where I guess it was like Peter at a party, and they're supposed to have like the cake, a stripper come out of a cake, but he starts cutting into the cake, not realizing there's a stripper in there, and like cuts the top of her head and kills her.
That's about right.
It's like it's like oh, gross coconut.
Oh, Tom,
He was more worried about the cake than the stripper.
did you get the third graphic?
This man said boobies. Oh, that was for breast cancer. Yeah.
Did you get the third graphic
What third graphic? Oh, wait, a third graphic?
from Tom?
Let me see. Hang on.
I thought he saw it.
I just see
I
the.
was sending you
choice.
some too, Adrian.
Oh, wait, he must have sent it to me.
Duh.
Yeah, that is definitely not going to be the poster for the show. I'm telling you that right now. That is not going to happen.
Unless
I
I
like
change
that
it.
one.
Unless
I like
I
that
change it. It could happen.
It doesn't even have anything to do with me. It just has. It's not even. It's.
It ain't all about you.
It's all about the pretty dame in distress. I like this graphic. I think you should change your show logo to that one.
No, I like the way it is.
Hey, Tom, we can make this happen.
No, I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's no way you could.
Hey, Nick, I got control of everything. Don't forget.
Yeah, but I'm the one who made my poster, remember?
Oh, that can be switched.
That can be switched. That can be switched.
Oh, man, Tom, I'm telling you this right now. When I get off this, well, maybe not once I get off the show, but probably the next day or so, you and I are going to have a talk.
About how we're going to switch us? Yeah.
No, I'm not going to switch it.
You may have that talk, but there's no guarantee that Tom will listen. I actually like this one.
That is pretty cool.
It is.
Which one? Wait, which one graphic are we talking about? Are we please
The
tell
one
me?
you're talking
Paying
about.
attention? Nick?
It's kind of like, the girls.
The girls what?
He doesn't even see it.
Yeah,
Nick,
I do see
pay
it.
attention.
I am looking at it right now. when you said girls, I had no idea what else you were talking about other than that.
There's a couple of other detective-like shows that have some girls on them.
Yeah, but my show is not a detective show.
Well, yes, it is. You go looking for history.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
All right, folks, we are going to need to call it a day.
Yeah,
Call it a night.
before this gets a little bit more out of control.
Oh, it got out of control a long time.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Okay, Braxton, that's scary because of the religious sector.
Oh my God.
The religious sector that has that issue. Wow. That would be a little scary.
Yeah.
I am not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I.
So, all right, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Next week, we will probably have some more update on the whereabouts and wherewithals of Annabelle. Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
what is the update on this convention that you and Jan was supposed to be
Yeah,
putting
I
on?
asked about that too.
Where we decided that is not enough time to do anything that's worth having our names on.
Fair enough.
So if that person wants to do it, they can do it. It's going to be without us.
Oh, it must be really that bad, eh?
No, it's not bad, but to do a convention, you have to have more than 6 months, seriously, to plan this. And this was less than 3. And I'm not willing to risk things' name nor mine in that amount of time.
Which is about the amount of time that we had for Fear Fest.
Yeah. I'm just not ever going to do that again. So,
You saw how that turned out.
yeah. So, unless we have at least 8 months to a year to plan something, our name's not going on it.
Yeah. Smart idea.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're going to call it a night. Adrian, stick around if you would. I got a question I need to ask you.
Okay.
And you still need to talk to me, Jerry, because you
Yes.
said you want to talk later about
Let's go.
Get Haunted.
What's that?
Did you want me to still stick around? Because you said you would talk to me later about Get Haunted or something like that.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I guess we should probably explain that to you.
Yeah, because I'm kind of lost on that.
Okay, yeah, we'll explain it. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and call it a night, call it a week. You guys have a good night, a good weekend, and thank you for playing along, especially considering that Facebook apparently didn't start working until about 45 minutes into the show.
Yeah, that was insane.
Chris, let's plan something and go investigate.
Chris, you should plan that with Pickle Tom, because I know he would probably want to run a beer fest.
He's here.
Yeah, I know.
On my side.
As Tom would say, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Tom would have to drive a lot further than I would to get there.
Yeah, he would. That's a long way to come out to do a festival, I will have to admit.
Actually, where he's at, I'm probably the halfway point between him and Adrian.
Yeah, that's true. And me too.
Yep.
No, you're past that point.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, all right, we will see you guys next week. See what kind of information we can dig up.
Yep.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.